In the vast expanse of the arid desert where the sun scorched the earth like an unrelenting forge, there lived an old giant Apache named Tarak, whose stature towered over the saguaro cactuses that dotted the landscape like silent sentinels. Tarak was no ordinary man. Legends whispered that he was born from the union of a mountain spirit and a fierce warrior woman, granting him immense strength and an eternal lifespan that spanned centuries. His skin was weathered like ancient leather, etched with tattoos that told stories of battles won and loves lost, and his eyes held the wisdom of the stars. One fateful evening, as the crimson hues of sunset painted the sky, Tarak encountered a young wanderer named Alara, a woman who had been rejected by her tribe for defying the elders' arranged marriage. She was fierce and independent, with hair as black as raven feathers and a spirit unbroken despite her exile. Alara had roamed the wilderness for weeks, surviving on meager scraps and the occasional oasis, her heart heavy with betrayal and loneliness. Tarak, perched upon a massive boulder that served as his throne, observed her from afar, his massive frame casting a long shadow that seemed to swallow the light. With a voice like thunder rolling across the plains, he declared, "I need a woman, and you need a home," his words echoing through the canyons like a prophecy. Alara, startled yet unafraid, looked up at the giant with defiance in her gaze, wondering if this was a trap or a twist of fate. As the night deepened, Tarak shared tales of his solitary existence, how he had outlived generations, watching empires rise and fall from his desert perch. He spoke of the emptiness that gnawed at his soul, a void that no amount of strength could fill, and how he yearned for companionship to share the burdens of immortality. Alara, in turn, recounted her rejection, how her refusal to wed a man she did not love had branded her an outcast, forcing her into the unforgiving wilds where survival was a daily battle. The giant's proposal hung in the air like a mirage, promising shelter in his hidden cave dwelling, carved into the side of a sheer cliff, adorned with artifacts from forgotten eras. Yet Alara hesitated, her pride clashing with her desperation, as she pondered whether accepting would mean surrendering her freedom or finding a new path. Tarak, sensing her turmoil, offered no pressure, instead demonstrating his gentle side by summoning a spring from the dry ground with a stump of his foot, quenching her thirst and proving his command over the elements. As stars twinkled overhead, the conversation wove a tapestry of shared vulnerabilities, bridging the gap between giant and mortal. By dawn's first light, Alara agreed to stay, not out of weakness, but curiosity, marking the beginning of an unlikely alliance in the heart of the desert. The days that followed were a blend of adaptation and discovery, with Tarak teaching Alara the ancient ways of the land, from tracking elusive prey to reading the winds for impending storms. She, in return, brought a spark of modernity to his archaic world, sharing stories of distant villages and the changing tides of human society. Their bond grew amidst the challenges of coexistence, where Tarak's immense size often led to humorous mishaps, like accidentally uprooting trees while gathering firewood, eliciting laughter that echoed through the valleys. Alara found solace in the giant's home, a cavernous space filled with glowing crystals that illuminated the walls like captured moonlight, providing warmth against the chilly nights. Yet shadows of doubt lingered, as whispers from the wind carried rumors of Tarak's past conquests, fueling Alara's insecurities about being just another fleeting companion. Through it all, the declaration that started their journey became a mantra, reminding them of mutual needs fulfilled in unexpected ways. As seasons cycled through the desert, turning sands from gold into frosted and back again, Alara and Tarak's relationship deepened into a profound partnership, where the old giant's declaration evolved from a simple proposition into a foundation of trust. Tarak revealed more about his origins, confessing that he was the last of the giant Apaches, a race born from the earth's core during a time when gods walked among men, tasked with guarding sacred sites from desecration. His need for woman stemmed not from mere loneliness but from a prophecy foretold by the spirits, that only through union with a rejected soul could he prevent a cataclysmic drought that threatened to engulf the land. Alara, initially skeptical, began to witness signs of this omen, as rivers dwindled and crops in nearby villages withered under an unnatural heat. She embraced her role, learning ritual dances and chants that Tarak taught her, their voices harmonizing in ceremonies under the full moon to appease the angered deities. Challenges arose, however, when scouts from Alara's former tribe ventured near, drawn by tales of a giant and his mortal consort, intent on reclaiming her or exacting revenge for her defiance. Tarek's protective instincts surged, his massive hands forming barriers of stone to shield their haven, while Alara used her cunning to outwit the intruders with clever traps woven from desert vines. In quieter moments, they shared intimate confessions. Tarak admitted the weight of his immortality, how watching loved one's aging fate had hardened his heart, and Alara spoke of her dreams deferred, aspirations of leadership quashed by patriarchal traditions. Their home transformed into a sanctuary of innovation, with Alara introducing woven baskets for storage and herbal remedies for Tarak's ancient aches, blending her knowledge with his mystical prowess. Yet the prophecy loomed, demanding a trial of faith where Alara must journey alone to a forbidden mesa to retrieve a sacred artifact, testing her resolve against illusions of her past rejections. Tarak, bound by ancient laws, could only watch from afar, his declaration now a vow of support rather than possession. Upon her return, triumphant with the glowing amulet in hand, their bond solidified, averting the drought as rains blessed the parched earth once more. Life resumed with renewed vigor, Alara teaching Tarak the art of forgiveness, helping him release grudges against those who feared his kind, while he imparted lessons in resilience, drawing from centuries of endurance. Visitors began to trickle in, drawn by rumors of harmony between giant and human, seeking counsel on matters of the heart and home. Alara's rejection faded into a badge of honor, empowering her to mediate disputes with wisdom gained from adversity. Tarak, in turn, found purpose beyond guardianship, his need fulfilled in ways he never imagined, as their shared home became a beacon for the lost and weary. Years unfolded like the petals of a desert bloom, rare and resilient, as Alara and Tarak navigated the complexities of their intertwined fates, the old giant's declaration echoing through their daily rituals like a sacred incantation. The prophecy's fulfillment brought peace, but new threats emerged from the encroaching modern world, where settlers with iron tools and ambitious dreams eyed the sacred lands Tarak protected. Alara, now a bridge between eras, advocated for diplomacy, convincing Tarak to parley with the newcomers rather than unleash his wrath, her words tempering his thunderous temper. In exchange, she delved deeper into Apache lore, mastering the language of the winds and stars, allowing her to foresee dangers and guide their decisions. Their home expanded, with Tarak carving additional chambers to accommodate allies who sought refuge, transforming the cave into a communal haven where stories were exchanged around flickering fires. Alara's influence softened the giant's edges, introducing laughter and play into his solemn existence, such as games of strategy played with boulders and feathers. Yet internal conflicts arose, as Alara grappled with the disparity in their lifespans, fearing the day she would age while Tarak remained eternal, a shadow that tested their commitment. Tarak, sensing her unease, shared elixirs brewed from rare herbs that extended her vitality, a gift born from his ancient knowledge. Adventures beckoned beyond their borders, drawing them into quests to retrieve lost artifacts scattered by time, where Alara's agility complemented Tarak's strength in overcoming treacherous terrains and mythical beasts. Upon returning, they reflected on growth, Alara realizing her rejection had been a liberation, steering her toward a destiny far grander than tribal confines. Tarak's need for woman revealed itself as a call for equality, not dominance, fostering a partnership where decisions were mutual. The desert, once a symbol of isolation, bloomed with life under their stewardship, oases multiplying as if in gratitude. Bonds with wildlife strengthened, with eagles serving as messengers and coyotes as guardians, weaving a network of protection around their domain. Alara's tales inspired ballads sung by wandering minstrels, immortalizing their story as a legend of redemption and unity. Through storms that raged and calms that soothed, their declaration stood as a testament to finding home in another's soul, defying the odds stacked against them. Amidst the timeless rhythm of the desert's heartbeat, Alara and Tarak's saga continued to unfold, the old giant's words serving as the compass guiding their ever-evolving journey. As whispers of their alliance spread, challengers emerged from distant clans, Jealous warriors seeking to claim Tarak's power or Alara's spirit for their own. United, they faced these foes with a blend of might and intellect. Tarak's earth-shaking roars disorienting enemies while Alara's strategic ambushes ensured victory without unnecessary bloodshed. In the aftermath, they pondered the nature of need versus want, Tarak admitting his declaration had been born from vulnerability, a rare admission for one so colossal. Alara, empowered by her home, explored her heritage, uncovering hidden talents and healing and prophecy that complemented Tarak's guardianship. Their dwelling became a repository of knowledge, walls inscribed with runes and maps charting forgotten paths, attracting scholars and seekers who bartered wisdom for shelter. Intimate evenings brought revelations, where under the canopy of stars, they discussed dreams of legacy, Alara yearning to pass on their story to future generations despite the barriers of immortality. Tarak, inspired, sought ways to bridge this gap, consulting ancient spirits in trance-like states to grant her extended life. Trials tested their resolve, such as a great flood summoned by rival shamans, forcing them to rally the land's creatures in a monumental effort to divert waters and save villages below. Success strengthened their resolve, Alara's rejection now a distant memory reframed as the catalyst for heroism. Daily life intertwined with wonder, from harvesting moonlit blooms for potions to debating philosophies drawn from Tarak's vast experiences. The giant's need for companionship blossomed into profound love, expressed in gestures like crafting jewelry from meteorites for Alara. She, in turn, built a garden within their cave, nurturing life in defiance of the arid exterior, symbolizing their thriving union. As moons waxed and waned, their story inspired unity among fractured tribes, fostering alliances that echoed the harmony of their home. Through it all, the declaration remained a pillar, reminding them that true strength lay in mutual dependence, forging a bond unbreakable by time or tide. In the embrace of the desert's eternal whisper, Alara and Tarak's narrative wove threads of destiny and devotion, the old giant's proclamation anchoring their shared existence amid shifting sands. New horizons beckoned as visions from the spirits surged them toward a grand quest, to unite scattered Apache relics that could restore balance to a world tilting toward chaos. Together, they traversed canyons deep and mountains high, Alara's keen eyes spotting hidden trails while Tarak's might cleared obstacles forged by nature's fury. Along the way, they encountered kindred souls, outcasts like Alara who found solace in their tale, joining as allies in the pursuit of harmony. Back at home, reflections deepened, Tarak sharing vulnerabilities from his solitary centuries, how isolation had nearly consumed him before Alara's arrival. She reciprocated with tales of inner strength forged in rejection, transforming pain into purpose. Their sanctuary evolved, incorporating innovations like wind-harnessed mechanisms for water collection, blending ancient magic with practical ingenuity. Challenges from within surfaced, as Alara questioned her role in an immortal's world, prompting heartfelt dialogues that reaffirmed their commitment. Tarak's gestures of affection, such as carving constellations into the cave ceiling, illuminated their nights with wonder. The quest culminated in a confrontation with a shadowy guardian spirit, testing their unity through illusions of doubt and division. Emerging victorious, they returned with relics that amplified their powers, ensuring prosperity for the land. Life flourished, with Alara mentoring young wanderers who sought guidance, passing on lessons of resilience. Tarak found joy in these interactions, his need fulfilled in community rather than solitude. Seasons of abundance followed, rains quenching the earth as if celebrating their triumphs. Their declaration, once a simple statement, now resonated as a universal truth, inspiring epics recited around campfires far and wide. Beneath the vast dome of the desert sky, where stars narrated ancient epics, Alara and Tarak's odyssey persisted, the giant's words eternal vow binding their fates. As guardians of risk toward relics, they faced incursions from greedy outsiders lured by tales of power, defending their home with strategic prowess and unyielding resolve. Alara's growth shone, mastering elemental summons that rivaled Tarak's, proving her worth beyond companionship. In serene intervals, they explored the depths of emotion, Tarak confessing the fear of loss that had long plagued him, while Alara embraced her evolving identity, shedding remnants of past hurts. Their abode became a hub of cultural exchange, hosting festivals where music and dance bridged divides. Visions of the future emerged, with Alara dreaming of progeny, prompting Tarak to seek mythical means to make it possible. Adversaries evolved, shapeshifters disguising as friends testing loyalty, but their bond prevailed through intuition and trust. Returning from victories, they celebrated with feasts drawn from the land's bounty, strengthening ties with allies. The declaration evolved into a philosophy, teaching that needs met and harmony foster unbreakable alliances. Through tempests and tranquility, their story endured, a beacon for those seeking home in another's heart. Echoing through the timeless canyons, Alara and Tarak's legend expanded, the old giant's assertion a cornerstone of their enduring saga. With relics secured, they embarked on missions to heal scarred lands, mending rifts caused by ancient wars with combined might and wisdom. Alara's influence spread, empowering women in surrounding tribes to challenge injustices, sparking movements of change. Tarak, humbled by her impact, shared governance equally, his need transforming into mutual respect. Home life enriched with artifacts that revealed histories, sparking debates on legacy and purpose. Internal harmonies grew, as they navigated the intricacies of eternal love, finding solace in shared rituals. External threats loomed, alliances of rivals uniting against them, but clever tactics and spirit aid turned tides. Triumphs led to eras of peace, where their declaration inspired unions across divides. As cycles turned, their bond deepened, a testament to redemption found and unexpected companionship. In the final chapters of their boundless tale, under the desert's watchful gaze, Alara and Tarak embodied the essence of their declaration, forging a legacy that transcended time. Empowered by unity, they quelled ultimate threats from cosmic forces, balancing realms with selfless acts. Alara's rejection became a myth of empowerment, while Tarak's solitude a lesson in openness. Their home, eternal sanctuary, welcomed all seekers, perpetuating cycles of growth and harmony. Through endless adventures and quiet reflections, their words rang true. Needs fulfilled in partnership create homes unbreakable, echoing forever in the winds of change.